Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the part of the world you are. Thank you for being part of SUSECon. I have a very exciting session today. We are bringing Modernize to Optimize. That's been asked for from a lot of our customers, and specifically the application modernization in hybrid cloud. Right. So today I have with me Somen Datta. Somen is from TCS. And I'm from SUSE. I'm a pre-sale solution architect at SUSE. So, man, would you mind to introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, sure, Deepak. Thank you for inviting me in this session. I am Soman from TCS with 23 years of experience in various business domains like BFSI, transportation, retail, manufacturing, etc. I have a deep interest in technologies like cloud and container orchestration, then data sciences, DevOps, etc. When we really try to help customer to modernize and create their new platform with this technology. So I'm really happy and excited to be with you today to discuss this important topic. Deepak.
And so we are happy to have you, Suman. So, Suman, from your role at TCS, being a platform architect, you kind of on a daily basis, meet people, understand the challenges that they basically have during, their digital transformation, application modernizations, right? So, what do you see, the latest trend in market today, right? Would you give us a view of it?
Absolutely. See, we are really seeing that there is a phenomenal growth post pandemic to digitization of all enterprise. Basically they wanted to take their enterprise quickly to the digital platform or newer platform. Possibly those digitizations are happening without much planning, unfortunately, and where we are getting analyst view from Gartners and Forrester, there is this kind of phenomenal growth over last couple of years, and that will continue possibly. But the customers are not able to realize the value they have perceived before taking this journey. And also there are other aspects like Gartners, you can say Gartners are telling some of the customers are really feeling a kind of arm twisting from the hyperscaler. Once they're totally vendor locked in, they are not able to get out of that. And there are other challenges also, like from the security angle also, we are seeing customers are uh, facing some cyber attacks issue post migration, or some of the customers are not able to meet all the compliance requirement. So there are two sides of it. One side we are seeing this kind of transition, this kind of growth, but then they are not well planned, they are not well orchestrated.
Got it. Got it. So tell us about more of what's working, what is not. And there's one thing that I do wanted to ask you is, how is containerization bringing, significant benefits in the application modernization?
Absolutely. So I'll take your first question first. See, from our daily interaction with customer, we are repeatedly getting these points. We are hearing these points from them. So they are asking whether there is any hidden cost of hybrid cloud infrastructure, which probably I'm not aware of now, and I will be surprised post migration. And they are sometimes they are finding that thing, they are hitting it. Okay, and they are also thinking whether I am provisioning all the resources correctly in my hybrid landscape or post migration, whether I am using effectively my cloud estate. Okay, or again we are getting the benefit, whether they have some perceived uh, benefit or ROI, but whether I am getting it post transition. Again,
Mhm.
they are thinking sometimes it is not planned accordingly, so they are thinking what should be my criteria, success criteria to measure this type of transformation. And they are reaching us to help them in this kind of cloud cost optimization, how I can reduce my overall estate cost. So second question, what how containerization can benefit this type of optimization or this type of automation. See, sometime before answering that, there is a common thing what we have seen. People consider containers and container orchestration as same thing. They are not.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
oh yeah. I frequently hear that
Yeah.
sometimes from the customers. Yeah, they feel
Correct.
it's one, it's not.
Yeah, so container, we know it's like again another level of virtualization, like we have uh, done it when we move from physical server to the virtual server. It is again further virtualizing all the resources into us in a shared mode, so that we can leverage that benefits of shared resources. And it will definitely give us a lot of other benefits, like once we modernize our application into container, then we get the benefit of smaller footprint with smaller uh, uh, building blocks, which can be fitted together in to form a microservice kind of architecture. Or we can get the benefit of elasticity, just like cloud. So in summary, definitely if you are thinking of modernization, if you take that container route, in it will give you a more I'll say efficiency and more flexible platform at the end.
Got it. Got it. So if I have to summarize, right? I mean, people, because of the benefits of cloud, right? They basically jumped on the bandwagon, right? They got to cloud, right? They thought that they will have the return of investments, but off lately, people are thinking that it's not meeting that requirement that they initially thought about, right? And various factors to it, right? And
Right.
with the next generation of leap, right, where we are basically now seeing containerization, right? We just have to be mindful that it supports the applications in terms of being available from the service architecture. It can be distributed. It can take advantage of the shared resources with smaller footprint, elasticity, availability, and all those things. But we got to make sure that we have the right container platform to really take advantage of that, so that we don't get into those operational issues later. No, that's excellent, and thank you for sharing that view, right? So with these challenges that people go through at hand, right, how an SI like TCS can really help?
Yeah. So while we are getting these type of trends and these type of repetitive pattern from customer, we are trying to solve them together. So
Mhm.
we have come up with this kind of framework, say cost and optimization framework, where you can see we first start with cost benchmarking of their current state. On the left hand side, you can see we have, say, for any typical enterprise, hybrid enterprise landscape, we have all kind of cloud infrastructure like AWS, Azure, GCP, and then we have all kind of application tech stack running on different uh, platforms, like it may be Windows, Linux, or different database altogether. So we are taking a stock of all type of infrastructure details, like network and their computing capacity and storage, etc. And then we are considering all the support cost, as well as license cost, and then creating a cost benchmark for, and which will give them a dashboard with uh, a kind of drill down view, where how much cost they are incurring for running per month in each of the LOP. So that will be the starting point. Okay. Next, we will try to analyze their application portfolio in terms of business criticality and application complexity. Okay, just to give one example, say they probably one customer is having one customer facing application which is very much critical or valuable from business angle, and which have been built with the latest technology in very recent days, which is having less integration touch point from its backend system. So this may be a very potential candidate for migrating to new platform or modernizing with a containerization platform, so that it can give a maximum benefit with less resistance, with less effort. So in similar fashion, we will kind of analyze their whole application portfolio, and we will come up with a matrix where we will understand, okay, which application will have what type of complexity and what type of business value, whether I can consider refactoring that and create a microservice kind of application, or whether maybe they have been built with older technology like Oracle Forms and legacy technology. Maybe I have to retain it. I cannot really move them into so easily. I cannot move them into my target platform, or some of the application might be coming end of life. I have to retire them. So we'll get this kind of view from our analysis. Next, with that, we'll try to understand, okay, what is my natural art path. When I say art path, means whether I can refactor that, I can retire that, retain that, or I can basically re-platform that or rehost that. So we'll understand all these things. And then we have certain framework which will help customer to come up with right recommendation for their target platform. Like it can be hyperscaler platform or it can be container platform. Okay, so it will come up with a scoring model.
Right.
So all these tools are already part of our platform, like TCS Cloud Autonomy, which we called TCS Transformation Canvas. I think we have another session where it will be elaborated further. So whoever is interested, I think they can check back that session. We'll again refer back to that in our later slides. And here, once we understand all these type of possibilities with current landscape, we will create different scenarios. Like, okay, you can take some of your application estate and you can really containerize them, and you can choose a platform like SUSE Rancher, and you can host them there, and you will get this amount of benefit. So here in our calculation, we are considering all type of cost, uh, this infrastructure cost, this transformation cost, and then support cost, everything. And with this type of multiple scenario, basically we are creating a dashboard with end-to-end view. What should be my current cost, what should be my transformation cost, and what should be my target run cost, so that they can customer can really decide, okay, these are the possible scenarios, these are the benefits, and these are the financial outcome of that if I take that route. Okay, so this will really lead our customer to a predictable outcome. They can really, before taking the journey, they can really see what should be my end result, where I am leading to.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So, so if I have to kind of summarize, right, what I understood, right, and this was a pretty comprehensive slide, so I'm being a little slow, but you can correct me wherever I'm missing out, right? So on the left hand side, we see the hybrid landscape that we have, customers' applications in public cloud, private cloud, right? The application stack itself would be, also different based on the requirements of that applications, right? Modern, monolithic, etc., right? And then we need to understand the cost aspect of it, right? As to
Yes,
what, or first we need to understand them, and then we need to understand how they operate to get to a cost, right? Because that's a benchmark that we have right now, so that whatever we're going to now work on will have a baseline, and this becomes a baseline.
right.
Then we identify the right application sets, the along with the line of business, etc. And then we kind of determine which one do we need to choose, to get the maximum business impact in a short time, right? We will select those applications, and then once we understand those applications and further dissect the applications and determine what is it that we can do with this application, re-platform, refactor, right? All
Right.
those things, right? We will figure that out. And the best thing is that the tool basically helps you to determine that pretty easily, right? The tool does that magic for us, right? And once we determine that, right, then we figure out the right environment again, right? Be it public cloud, be it the container technologies, where it's going to run, on what footprint it's going to run at the optimized cost, that what we are looking for, right? And this basically then we will determine that, oh, if we take this particular route, then there is going to be an X amount of benefits, or the cost of operating those landscape, or the efficiency will improve. So the cost will reduce, the efficiency will improve, and that becomes the newer baseline. And that basically, when we do that cost comparison, right, we are bringing, now what we are doing is we are bringing in more predictability, right? We are telling, oh, look, over a period of year, 2 years, or 3 years, depending on the transformation, right, we expect this cost benefit.
Right.
We expect this
Right.
performance improvement benefit, right? It's very clearly determined in the timeline, per application, per infrastructure, per technology, and it's all done in this cloud-onomic platform. Yeah, that's what I understand. Okay, that's good. So what are those key benefits that we'll have, using the platform?
Yeah. So, just to summarize what we have discussed so far, Deepak, see, so we
Hmm.
are crystallizing our thought, and then we are bringing this offering, TCS
Hmm.
Cloud Optimizer, TCO,
Uh-huh.
along
Hmm.
with our partner like SUSE.
Hmm.
Okay, here we have this three key pillar, as you have already summarized in previous slide. We are starting with cost benchmarking,
Hmm.
then we are really helping our customer with some early optimization thought process, and if required we are bringing the FinOps foundation and SRE and ops practice recommendation as well along with that, and then finally moving to a longer term recommendation like modernize to optimize. So
Got it.
there we are basically simulating all the scenario, and then giving all the recommendation, and finally giving that ROI dashboard, which is very much beneficial for our customer. So these are key
Excellent.
benefit. If you see, today, as we have started our journey without much planning, without much view to future, customers started their journey, and they have moved into cloud mostly in IaaS fashion. Okay, they were not aware about all those benefit, whether they will meet those uh, objective, or whether they will realize those values. They were not sure about that. But here with
And
our
now,
framework, they will get all those predictability. Yeah, Deepak.
exactly, exactly. So considering that we have the framework in place, all the various toolings that will help us to get the return on investments, right? Can you also share a few customer success that you are having, that will basically the proof for the pudding for our customers who are listening to us today?
Yeah, absolutely. Why not?
Mhm.
So here you can see we have a lot of customers, all with whom we have worked together and realized a significant business potential, significant business value with this framework. See, one
Mhm.
example is leading international bank with major presence from North America, where major business driver were optimizing the usage of their hybrid cloud, and basically they wanted to seize the opportunity of modernizing their hybrid cloud estate as well. And obviously the in terms of technical challenge, they were having a lot of legacy technology with a lot of old uh, date along with that. and uh, they were with kind of older operating model, and they're struggling with establishing this cloud operating model. So with our framework, we help them to reduce their cloud operating cost significantly at scale of 20% saving on infrastructure automation.
Oh, that's a big amount.
Yes.
Big amount.
Yeah.
Yep. and
And
and and when you say that the cost is reduced by 20, you basically also giving customers the flexibility to operate, across the public clouds, right? I mean, not
absolutely.
have a like a single vendor lock-in, right? Across the public cloud, get a consistent application behavior across them, so no single point of failure, no vendor lock-in, etc. Yeah.
Absolutely. As we discussed earlier, the containerization is one of the key theme
Mm-hmm.
where we are harping on. Like we always try to opt for cloud native adoption. Okay, cloud native
Excellent.
and cloud agnostic technology, so that
Ab-
they can really take benefit of without vendor locking. They can take benefit of best of breed services offered by all the hyperscaler. They should not locked into particular vendor.
Yeah, and that's where, that's the ethos of SUSE as well, right? I mean, we believe in giving customers the freedom, the choice, that what works best for them, right? So, yeah, brilliant point.
Absolutely. So here are few more, like one global manufacturing company from Europe. We have really helped them to rationalize their license costs, rationalize their overall application landscape into in a smaller footprint, and bring the agility
Mhm.
for like short time to market, as well as
Mhm.
meet their peak demand from customer through cloud bust model, which was not available to them earlier through containerization and through proper cloud operating model strategy. Similarly, we have another customer from global healthcare company in Australia who was looking for expansion of their business, and enhancing the productivity. Basically, they were trying to reimagine their whole platform to serve their B2B customer. There also we have really saved significantly. We have given 12% ROI through modernization over a period of I think 2 year, and then increase the efficiency almost in tandem with 60 more than 65% through cash adoption.
Excellent. Excellent. Excellent.
So, to summarize what we are discussing so far, see, we are talking about predictable outcome, really, and we have gathered all the analyst view, market trend, and we understood what customers are really facing today in terms of customer challenges, and we are coming up with this cost and optimization framework from our collective knowledge. We have created this TCO, TCS Cost Optimizer, where we are talking about three pillar: benchmarking, early optimization, and modernize to optimize. Where modernize to optimize really takes care of migrating the current application landscape into the future world through modernization, where they can consider different option, really, and that option, whatever will give them the maximum benefit, they can choose that. So, and we have definitely a lot of customer success, which is really talking about the predictable outcome. And this whole framework again hosted through TCS Cloud Autonomy, which is our TCS transformation cloud transformation canvas. And again,
Mm.
I think we have talked about core principle we really adhere to while recommending all this transition, like cloud native yet cloud agnostic model, where we can reduce that, or we can actually remove the vendor locking, and
Got
we help customer to have the FinOps foundation from the very beginning, so that they are aware of all these FinOps best practices, and they can really control their cost. Okay, it should not be afterthought post migration. It should be from the beginning. And
Agree.
obviously we are trying to simulate the overall cost in advance before they take this journey.
Journey. Got it. Absolutely. And I'm so happy that I've been part of the cloud platform. I've been working with you guys, right? So I
Yeah.
kind of love this, that SUSE is a part of this TCS cloud platform, one of the vendors, right? So I mean there are more but we are happy to be part of this journey where we are also helping our customers to really take the right decision for their digital transformation, and to have more predictable outcomes to meet their business needs. So man, I think fabulous session, great learnings from what the experiences we have till date with, and also backing up with customer reference. How is it that if people wants to reach you, what's the best way to reach out to you? Because I'm sure that they're going to listen to the session more and more. They're also going to listen to the other session that you mentioned, right? And but yeah, oh, there you go, thank you. So we
Yeah,
we
you,
we
you
love
ask it and it's here, Deepak. I think they can reach me at TCS, or I believe they can reach you through SUSE,
absolutely.
and we can
Ab-
get connected and we can work together. I think we have already worked in a lot of projects, and we have a lot of customer reference point, which we really did well, and we
yeah.
can help our future customer in the same fashion.
Absolutely. No, thank you so much. And guys, here's our contact details, right? If you need anything, right, we just an email away. Feel free and reach out to TCS folks, like Soman mentioned here, or SUSE folks like me. And you can always reach out to your SUSE salespeople, anyone in TCS. In hybrid cloud, or anyone in SUSE, in the sales team or the pre-sales team, and they would be more than happy to connect you to the right people. So we would really appreciate, Somen. Thank you for your time today for covering this session. I think it was very valuable, much insights that I was looking for to really share with our potential customers as well. So thank you so much. And to all our folks listening to our recording, appreciate your time and efforts as well. Thank you so much, and you all have a good day. Bye for now.
Thank you, Deepak. Thank you for bringing me today. And thank you, audience who is listening to this podcast. And please let us know if you need any help. Thank you. Bye
Absolutely.
for now.
Bye for now. Ciao.